saying that in my last video there was a bit of an uproar because, of course, for some dumb reason, I chose to talk about politics and American politics. I did pick the one who was gonna win, right? So it doesn't matter if it's a good or a bad thing. I wish you the very best in your life, and I hope your country has a great time the next 4 years. Even if you did or did not vote for Trump, I would like to congratulate you with a new president, and I wish you the very best. I hope your country is more safe, your economy is better, and everything turns out great for you, for whoever you voted. So, that being said, let's go to the main topic: artificial intelligence and what I think of it. Well, let's first talk about what I think could be the potential downsides or dangers. What I have here is when it comes to warfare, autonomous weapons and warfare, there would be zero or close to zero human oversight. So, even though it's AI, it could make the wrong decision based on the fact that you cannot implement human feelings, the human touch in AI. So, empathy, love, sympathy, joy, depression, all those things are like the human emotions, are something unique to the human. So, there's no human oversight, so who gets taken down if the AI sees that there's one person with a weapon in his hand, but the person is surrounded by 15 children without a human being would most definitely, probably, if it's not evil, Jews do not eliminate the target with a weapon that could cause collateral damage, endangering the children around the person. So that's why I think that could be problematic when it comes to privacy and surveillance. We all know Big Brother and the feeling of being watched against your will. Well, your data would get collected and the AI would do something with the data. I mean, as we speak, our data is being collected, and who knows what agency does with that information it gets. Now, some people would say, if I'm not a criminal and I'm not doing anything wrong, what's wrong with those agencies collecting my data? In some way, you are right. But in another way, what right do they have to take that data with or without your consent, especially without your consent, under the disguise of population safety? I don't know. You must know, times before the technology we have today, I do believe that we as a human species were much freer in doing the things we do. So, I don't believe you can just go and collect data and surveil people with millions of cameras across the country, just under the disguise of getting rid of criminal behavior or stuff like that. always be there. And of course, I'm against criminal behavior, but it shouldn't be at the cost of the freedom of everybody else, if you know what I mean. So, that's one thing. Another downside when it comes to AI and the growth of it is the loss of jobs, and especially low skill jobs would be the ones getting replaced by AI. So, unfortunately, it's always the low skill workers that have to suffer when it comes to those things, but it would, on the other side, give an opportunity for the low skilled worker to, if given the opportunity, to do other stuff, hopefully with the right motivation and the right mentors and schooling. The person could do more skillful jobs and leave the less skillful jobs to the AI, like repetitive tasks, you know what I mean? So it has its upsides and its downsides, but I did put it at the downside of AI, the loss of jobs, and especially the low skill jobs. There are, of course, other dangers, like if you look at a little bit at any sci-fi slash thriller movie that has robotics or artificial intelligence, it highlights the negatives very much, and people are very afraid of coming under the control of robotics and artificial intelligence. And I do understand that it's very creepy. Just the thought of being controlled by something that is not human. Crazy. Now, let's go to the positive aspects that I think AI could bring us. And one of the biggest ones is the one I'm gonna start with, is the advancement in healthcare. I do believe, because we do have information that AI can help a lot with diagnostics and disease detection. Now, people working in hospitals stand the risk of also losing their jobs, especially the people that work for diagnostics and disease detection. But we do have a long way to go when it comes to false positives, like false positive. How should I explain it? It's like when the AI detects something, let's say a tumor or something, but it detects it falsely, so it says the person has a tumor, but after better inspection by the human, it's something else. Like it's not a tumor, but something that resembles a tumor. So we have a long way to go, but once we are there, it could greatly benefit us when it comes to diagnostics and disease detection. It can help with a personalized medicine. So, as you know, what helps me when it comes to a certain medicine doesn't necessarily mean that it will help you or anyone else. So, based on your DNA, background, gender, body mass index, it can personalize the medicine to the milligram that you need, and hopefully it can help you better than just having one pill that's made for every want to have a personalized medicine. And AI can also, of course, help in the drug discovery, and medicine. So I think those are called large language models or LLMs. And I know Palantir does it. It's like you have a vast collection of data on different places and different information, and what the AI basically does is collect all the information, and out of that it places it in a more well, in a way that you have more oversight, and it could help with discovering new medicine. So that would be super great. Now, the next thing, and that's the positive of AI in the workforce, is that it can increase productivity across industries. And lots of AI companies, especially a popular one, Palantir, have managed to do that. So it helps with automation in repetitive tasks, like I said. So the low skilled labor workforce would probably lose their jobs or would be reschooled to do a higher skill labor, but the automation of the repetitive tasks gives you just more room to do other stuff. It would help with the supply chain optimization. So just how do we get, where are the bottlenecks? How do we get the end product more faster or more efficient, which helps with reducing energy consumption. It helps with time saving and in general money saving because of that. Or how do we get a product faster to from point A to point B? I mean, when you look at just wanting to generate money, it's a plus. But not only that, you can use it for your personal life, you can use it for your own company. It's just so much positives. Like, even if you go to school, you could potentially come at a point where AI can help you with what approach you can take to finish your degree faster or more efficient or better. It can just help you with planning and time saving or money saving. I mean, who doesn't want that, or who wouldn't want that? And of course, because of the automation in repetitive tasks and supply chain optimization, it can enhance creativity and design. So AI can see things that you don't see, or if you're a creative person and you're stuck on a point or a thought, you can use AI to let you see. Like, AI won't do the creative or designing thing for you, but it can give you another perspective on where you want to come. So I think that's a great plus. Then another positive are climate solutions. So, like I said, what would help in the industry is also something that would help with the climate solution. Now, if you're a believer in climate change, or that it goes in a direction that you don't want, either you believe it or not, it could help us by energy efficiency and conservation, of course. I don't know how it is in your country, but like in the Netherlands where I live, we are houses and people on the supply of energy, but there aren't enough generators, or how do I say this? Like electricity, let's say electricity. I think that's also where the problem is. I think it's called the grid. Our grid and the capacity of it is not big enough to put more people on it. It comes under tension. So if we have AI that can help us with conserving energy or using it more efficient, that would create more room for people to be put on. Also, AI could help with climate modeling, and it could like monitor wildlife and help with ecosystem conservation. Because let's say a drone is hardware, but the thing that is put in it, or that how should I say it? With a drone, you can fly over ecosystems or zones where there is wildlife, and you can run scans with a camera, like the heat, the topography, and basically it can help you calculate how or what you can do to preserve the ecosystem. Another plus for AI is school. Let's be honest. As a species, we always tried to find the path of least resistance, and that goes for me, especially when it comes to school. Like if I could get my diploma with the least amount of learning, that would be the path that I chose. Because at the end of the day, you can be an A grade student, but when it comes to getting a job, the chances are high with the same diploma that you would come in the same pay grade as me, or if you're not such a social person or a bad talker when it comes to going for a job, there's even a chance of you not getting the job, and the person with far lower grades but the same papers does get the job. So AI could help you with personalized learning experience. It could help you what we already have, and I use a lot with language tools. It can, the downside could be that what we have with calculators, that calculating thing from the dome would be less efficient because you would just use AI. Same goes for language tools or grammar. So you write a text using AI, or you write a text yourself and you just throw it in the AI or ChatGPT and you say, please make this more appealing to the reader. So you wouldn't go through the trouble of knowing the way to do it yourself as much, because you have a tool to do it. So it is a bit of dumbing down, but hey, they always said you won't have a calculator every time with you, so you shouldn't use your calculator. But as far as I know, we all have a phone these days, and that means you always have a calculator with you. So I don't see the benefit of knowing what's 3 million times 264,000, because I have a calculator who can do that for me in seconds. And of course, when it comes to school, also Also, a big benefit for the teachers would be the automation of administrative tasks, and for the student itself. So it can help you with the repetitive tasks and simple administrative tasks, like what you already have is when you do a test on a computer. Back in the days, the teacher had to go through all the questions and answers and look what you did right or wrong. But on the computer, it's the computer sees already what you did right or wrong. You can get, like, after you click on the finish test, you can have your result within a second. So it saves a lot of time. Then another point. When it comes to AI, the opposite of the big brother is watching you is cybersecurity. AI can detect hackers much faster, like in mere seconds, or people trying to break through your security. I do believe AI is very strong when it comes to that, and we can see a huge upside, because that doesn't only mean that, like, small hackers, but literal countries can at this point enter your system. I don't know, let's say Russian or Chinese or whichever hackers do manage to get in our systems, and the other way around also, like European or American hackers also get in their systems. That's just the way it works. It never comes from one side, but AI can help detect and prevent such things at a greater scale than humans. I had the point of disaster response by analyzing real-time data. So that's also one thing. I mean, we as humans, we can analyze data, but why wouldn't you use a tool instead of taking weeks, months, or years? Why wouldn't you use a tool that can do the same thing in mere seconds or hours? It's just so much more sufficient, and once you have the data, the only thing you have to do with the information is to do a double check, which doesn't take the same time as collecting all the data that the AI does. So it can help a lot with disaster response when it happens, or what the best safety precaution or precaution to help is. And of course, what is implemented over the last couple of years is vehicle safety. I do believe that AI can help a lot with vehicle safety. You already have it in the modern cars, where the chips that are programmed help you with, like, if you the car will brake if you're coming too close to another car, or it sees danger. If you go towards a wall or something, it helps you with the control of the steer. It is, whether you like it or not, that you are getting assisted by AI or chips, doesn't exclude the fact that it is much safer than vehicles from, I don't know, let's say 20 years ago and before. Like cars from, let's say, 40, 50 years ago, what safety did they have? Okay, they had airbags, they had the belt, and some structural things that are probably good or not, but you cannot deny the fact that the current cars, like, let's say in the last 5 years, are a couple of 100% safer for the driver and the passengers than the cars before. So that's a very big upside. And of course, it depends when it comes to AI. You will always have people that use it for the good and for the bad, but let's hope that it's always used for the good. Now, when it comes to meaningful work and creative freedom, I do believe that AI can assist with the use of large language models with economic growth and innovation. So, new business opportunities and new markets. Like, I myself am an investor, and in the last couple of years, AI and companies which create the possibility for AI and data centers and hardware and software have grown immensely. Hence, the new business opportunities and new markets in which people can invest. A lot of people believe that AI market, stock market, is a bubble, and that it will explode at one point, like in the 2000s with the dot-com bubble. The big difference between the dot-com bubble and the AI market is that we can literally see what AI does and how it helps. It's literally already used. Companies just haven't found out how to monetize it yet. But it is literally used. Like Nvidia is selling billions upon billions dollars worth of hardware to companies like Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, and so it's already there. It just has to be monetized. And the dot-com bubble was basically, hey, I have an internet site, I'm going to become a company worth millions and billions. And we all later found out that that's not the way it works. Amazon was one of the companies, and look where it's now. But that's the difference between a company that is well established and investing in it, and companies that just made a www.com site and you invested in it. There's a big difference, I believe. So I don't believe that it's a bubble. When it comes to economic growth and innovation, I do believe that AI will help with making better decisions, and financial services, risk management, will help banks and insurance companies, which can help assess credit risk and detect fraud. Like, at this point, one of the reasons why, in the Netherlands, why we have to pay a lot for insurance, or how should I say it, when the banks, I'm not saying it's a fair system, but when banks see that they are losing money or insurance frauds happen, you as a customer have to pay more to compensate the damage of someone who is committing fraud or stuff like that. So it's the honest person who has to pay for it, but that's just the way it is. Especially in the Netherlands, you are legally obligated, if that's the correct term, to be insured. So in the Netherlands, you cannot walk around without health insurance, and that's like the complete opposite of the USA. In the Netherlands, you have to be insured, or otherwise you have to pay a fine. I think, don't quote me on it, but I think that's the case. And basically, those points, like meaningful work, creative freedom, scientific discoveries, that's also another point. Like, it can, like, same with medicine, it can also help with with scientific discoveries and space exploration. If you are interested in it, I'm not a big space guy, but we do have a lot of satellites and stuff like what was a thing called that Donald Trump, no, not Donald Trump, what's it called? Elon Musk has. It's not SpaceX. I mean, SpaceX is also space exploration, but Starlink. Starlink has helped a great amount of people, especially in disaster zones, to gain access to internet, and so that they can be helped or get help. So there are definitely positives about it. All in all, I think you cannot. AI is here and it's here to stay, however, even if you want it or not. So, if that is the case, we should make good use of it, and I think it will, in the long run, it will help humanity. Like, what's it called? What happened in England in the 1800s? It's like you have now we have the AI revolution, and in the 1800s we had the industrial revolution in England. So people got replaced by machineries, but was it a bad thing? No. You don't have to have like a horse or a human to plow the field. Now we have tractors and machineries for automated things. And in the same way, people are scared that with the AI revolution that we will be replaced. But I just think, like the industrial evolution, it will just help us and aid us in doing things better and more efficient. So on the other hand, I am an optimistic person, and I see the benefit or the upside in most of the stuff instead of looking only at the downsides. That's my analysis on artificial intelligence. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're